know what you know what? You don't even know what auditory means.
You're bad mood, Brad, today.
I'm not in a bad mood. Gonna start it on a happy subject though, in the precum.
That's not what that's called.
All right. Well, I dare you to name it. Um when do you think the last human exhibits at zoos were done away with?
The last, like, you mean when zoos had like people in cages?
Yeah, they would the businessmen involved in this situation across North America and Europe would put humans in displays at zoos, and they would make them do their religious ceremonies and dances and dress in their traditional garb, even if it was seasonally inappropriate. And they would make like mud huts, and they would do this to people of African descent, Samoan, Inuits, South American descent, and they would exhibit them in zoos akin to the way we would do animals. When do you think the last human exhibit?
I think I remember reading about a guy from a tribe in the Amazon or something being like in the 19th century.
1958, my man.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's that's
That's
not
not.
good.
That's like 80 years ago. That's like 60 years ago.
Yeah, my mom was born in 1960, 2 years previous
That's
to this.
I do. All right, I got to be real careful how I say this.
So there's a world where your grandparents, just your grandparents, not like your not your great great that you never met. There's a world where your grandparents went to a zoo and just saw somebody from the African continent in a display.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, I think I remember seeing something on this, and I feel like, again, are we live? Can we cut this out just in case?
Sorry, bud. That's nobody seeing this, but should you go ahead and ruin our lives right now, I'm going to have to make an extra step or two to erase this from the internet's history.
No, I know that I will get. I mean, I feel like the documentary I saw, the guy was like, "Oh yeah, actually, it's kind of a great life. Like, I really enjoy myself here at the zoo," which I thought was weird. I thought that was weird. Which, and I guess like that's part of being.
Was it concurrent footage where they were asking him questions?
It was
Like where while it was happening, they were asking him questions on the camera?
I don't remember. I don't remember when or like at what point of his
Because
life they were
Instagram
asking.
just served me a story where a gentleman dealt with mental struggles because of his experience of coming back to his village as an orphan because everybody had just been murdered, and then being captured by essentially a slave owner, and then shipped to the United States, where he was an exhibit at the Bronx Zoo. Once he was
Yeah,
freed, he had to go live in an orphanage and did not get all of the rosy colors of life that you and I did, and eventually succumb to his own mental health battle.
yeah. I think there's no question that it's possible someone in the moment could be like, "Oh yeah, I'm happy," because that's what a lot of captors think in the moment.
Mm.
But later was like, "Yeah, this was horrible." So probably.
Like he was kind of, when you think about it, he was being forced to give his Yelp review of imprisonment and display at a zoo. He was forced to kind of be like, yeah, 4 stars, no notes.
Or it's even possible that in the moment he's like, "Yeah, this isn't that bad. Like I get a nice spot, and it might have even been more comfortable with like life's modern."
So
You
you're
know,
going to go the Barbara Bush route.
no, I'm just saying that like you could see why someone might say that, but then also like afterwards be like that was the worst thing that ever happened to me.
So
That's no fault of his own.
if you're having a hard time making rent and you're living in a situation where the water is getting cut off all the time, and then a once in a lifetime storm comes and floods the city, and then you get to go live in the Houston Astrodome for like 2 weeks and don't have to worry about the water being cut off or paying rent, you're saying this is probably a preferred situation.
What I'm trying to do is defend the thoughts and quotes of a captive person in the zoo, because I understand that he may or may not have been in his right mind at that point. But I mean, yeah, if you want to tell him he's wrong and add to his horrible life, feel free, Brad.
Human dads. Human dads. Human dads.
Jerk.
Human dads. Human dads. Human dads.
Human dads.
Human dads. Human dads. Human dads. Human dads. Human dads. Human dads. Human dads.
Podcast.
Human dads.
Podcast.
Human dads.
Podcast.
Human dads.
Podcast. Human dads.
Get up off your ass. Human dads.
Podcast.
Human dads.
Podcast.
Human dads.
Podcast.
Human dads.
Get up off your ass.
Tell your mom.
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 Tell your mom to listen. Tell your mom to listen. Tell your mom to listen. Tell your mom to listen.
Oh yeah. Tell your mom.
Get up off your ass for the Human Dads Podcast.
Yeah.
Human Dad's 261. Guarantee you this won't be the best one we ever did. But we're here. Call's been made. Call has been answered. At least by two of us at this particular moment. Have no clue what's up with the third. But when we don't get any response to text message communique at this time of the morning, it typically means we got a no call, no show. So that's what I'm planning for, is that Rye is just not going to show up to a shift, which, you know, happens from time to time. And we won't fault him for it. We will receive him with open arms and just a bare sternum.
Yeah, oh,
next
yeah.
week.
Yeah, we'll just open arms. We won't say a word about it, probably. I will just say this. As much flack as I get on this show for being the guy that calls in sick, at least I call in.
At least he calls in frequently.
Yeah, no, not frequently. It happens very rarely.
Using his rollover minutes to call in frequently.
No, I have PTO days and I take them because that's what's allowed.
Obviously.
But I have never no called, no showed, have I?
My man is working on his third, maybe fourth attempt.
Yeah.
As we cross the 6-year threshold in the month of March, where we've been doing this in earnest. Obviously started in the 2019, but it was in the March of 2020, right when the pandemic was getting some momentum and really taking it to the boys. Then we had a little respite and we came back hard in June.
Oh, real hard.
And since June of 2020, you have just been getting pummeled with Human Dads episodes.
Ravished.
Just handfuls of it. There we go. Bud, you're back from Surprise, Arizona with the boys. You went to a little baseball training camp. How are you? Did you get any ass? Get a piece of puss? Jerry Fraley twerk on you? How about Evan Grant? He throw it back for a real player? What's up?
Don't say that. Don't say any of that stuff, please.
See Mike Fisher?
Did not see Mike. I did see Rudy Jaramillo, and he was in full Ranger uniform. He hasn't been a Ranger in years. I don't know if he's like some sort of consultant.
Mike Leslie smack you in the face with his bleach white teeth and white belt to match?
Did not see any media members. Arizona's pretty sweet, man. Have you ever been to Arizona?
I had an uncle when I was a wee lad. We would do the road trips to Oregon to see Grandpa and Grandma probably 2 or 3 times in my youth with Dad. And I believe we would stop in Phoenix to visit my great uncle Richard, who lived on a golf course. And one of those times was quite memorable because as we were kind of hanging out in the backyard, a big ass black snake just rolled up on the scene. And he just was like, here, boy, go get some kibble. And just kind of moved him on about his day. And I was like, what? Here, boy, Arizona.
Yeah.
Y'all look crazy out here. Just
A lot of
Over
golf
here
courses, a lot of
talking to
snakes.
6-foot snakes like it's a damn terrier mix walking through the neighborhood.
Yeah. They don't get worried about stuff like that out there. I that was my first like trip to Arizona that wasn't a work trip. I've been to a little place called Scottsdale, Arizona. It's kind of like the South Lake Trophy Club of Arizona in a lot of ways.
Okay.
It is nice.
In the Phoenix, call it Phoenix metro area, isn't it like bosoming and huge now, blossoming, burgeoning?
It's not bosoming, I'll tell you that.
Burgeoning. It's now one of the bigger metros in the United States.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't spend 1 second in the Phoenix area. I was in Surprise and in Sedona, which is a town about 2 hours a direction from Phoenix. I want to say it's north. Yeah, it's got to be north.
I feel like Sedona is like turquoise rock star, Southwest rock star, country guy. We are in Sedona, and we just the song came to us. Like
yeah,
it
no
just,
question.
It's that place where like people try to sell it as like mystical, magical, just beautiful.
100%.
You know,
100%.
We were in Sedona. I had my morning coffee. I saw the sun coming up. First words just came to me.
Yeah, they rely very heavily on the spirituality and the crystal and the but also a lot of money out there in Sedona.
There you go. Want it hot all year round? Gotta have some land to keep the pores away.
A lot of money. They do this thing where they have what are called vortexes, where sort of all of the energy around you meets in the middle, and it's a vortex, and you want to go there and kind of meditate and just really feel the energy. I went to one of those. No drugs.
Okay.
Although it is legal there. I didn't know that either. But I went to a vortex, did not feel the energy. It's a nice state though. I like cactus. I think cactus look pretty cool, and there's a lot of that hanging around. So I would say overall a successful trip. I did realize something though, as I was on vacation.
Okay. Is this a big realization or just
no?
Kind of like
it's something that I probably never. I wish I had never gotten to this point, but I did a road trip. I drove the vast majority. I drive. That's what I do, man. I don't like other people driving. I drive.
we've spoken about this.
We talked.
Pretty similar.
This is not a new thing for us. So I drove the whole 15 hours back straight through.
Jesus,
man. The compression sock is a good thing.
You've told us this. Jesus Christ, we don't need to talk about the compression sock.
I know, but now I'm fully on board. I'm not going to talk. I'm just telling you that for those dads out there that are the same age as us. If you do a road trip, I know it's not where you want to be in life. Nobody wants to be the guy that goes on Amazon and picks out the compression sock. But I'm telling you, you get out of that car after 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, you will never feel fresher than you do with a pair of compression socks on. And then you take them off at the end of the road trip, and you feel like a 19-year-old getting ready for practice because you're just fresh and your muscles feel good and the blood is flowing. And take your pride out of the equation, men. Get you some compression socks.
Let me ask you this. So you wore them to do the driving. Did you say, hey, these just feel so good, I'm carrying them this way throughout my Arizona time?
No. I'm not at that point. This is not for medical purposes. This is to enhance, not to keep me alive because of blood clots or something. So I'm not at that point.
I'm saying if it feels so good, why wouldn't you just keep doing it? Isn't that how it works?
Well, they're not the most. They're definitely not fashion forward. No. Yeah.
And they definitely scream, look at this guy. He's on the pill.
I wore them. Check this out.
Enhancements to have a good time.
On the way home, I wore them with shorts and sandals. Full on shorts and sandals.
Oh, just walked in the house and Sarah was like, dude, I have missed you so much. Get over here, big guy. Keep them on.
You should have seen how good my calves look, Brad. Just glistening. Oh,
Listen, pal, I wish I could really make fun of you, but
Yeah, how's your how are your feet doing?
it's been a week over here, okay? It's been a week. All right. I always struggle because, and she's probably listening, but let's just say that Molly has serious health concerns, which we've kind of touched on before, but it's her story to tell.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't really share it, but understand that if things go poorly, she could be in a very grave situation.
Right.
Her health considerations require daily medication of the steroid variety.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't know it to look at her, okay? Sometimes she feels a little bit more down than others. She's been dealing with this for over a decade now, was still able to get through two pretty turbulent, and I say turbulent, a lot of vomit through the pregnancies.
A lot of vomit. Yeah.
Like she's losing 20 pounds per pregnancy,
Absolute
and-
trooper.
which seems crazy if you're losing weight during pregnancies, but
Mhm.
nevertheless, wound up with two healthy kids. Freaking miracle. She's been there and back through all kinds of shit. Number of diagnostics that she has to go through on a regular basis that you or I, or let's call them typical health people, don't have to do. And when she does encounter a sickness or an infection of sorts or whatever, you just never know, dude, because it could cause her some issues. So let's just say generically she's got an infection, and I see her the other day, or she calls me the other day, and this is like day 3 after being on antibiotics, and she's like, I just don't feel good. My legs feel like jello. I'm feeling weak and tired. And this is 3 days after receiving medication. And she's like, I think I'm going to go back to the doctor or whatever. Can you get the kids from school? So I get home early and I look at her and I was like, yo, bro, I think it's time we make the call. You don't look good. You need to go to the old emergency room.
What time is this?
This is about 2:15 on a regular Monday.
Okay, so
2:15
there was no,
PM.
you were not needing to make the call. Your break glass of emergency call for me.
No, the pact would not have needed to be called in. However, interesting situation you're in though, where you realize somebody probably needs to make an ER visit, and we got school being released like right around the same window. So, because you don't want to just not show up for, like, kids are
Yeah.
expecting mom to show up. Okay, mom shows up, great. Mom doesn't show up, dad shows up. No big deal, but it can't be that crazy because dad's here.
Right.
Neither one of us shows up. Oh shit, what's going on here? So we kind of play that by ear. I tell her, why don't you just wait? I'll go and get one of them. The other one had to stay late. When the other one stays late, maybe we could get somebody to round her up. So I'm there for Shep, and I say, hey, Shep, I'm going to have to go with mom to the hospital. She says, hey, I could just drive. I was like, are you sure? Because you're saying, you look run down, you're saying your legs feel like jello. She says, I can drive, but I would like it if you're there. Sometimes she's a trooper and can handle these by herself, and sometimes she's like, hey, I need you there. Whatever. I'm happy to be there. So get that rounded up. They end up going over to a friend's house, go to the hospital for her. Turns out the antibiotics she was given weren't necessarily the strongest. Also, due to her main typical thing that she's got, we weren't upping her regular everyday steroid to a dose that it should have been up to when you're dealing with this kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a little scary because if things go bad, like they go bad quickly, and they're not like, hey, fun. They're like, hey, you might be here for a day or two or whatever. I realize this is frustrating and that I'm not saying it all out loud, but like I said, her story to tell. So that started the week. Got her on the right medication. Turned out to not be as serious. Changed the antibiotic. Move on with our life. Yay. Great. Tuesday, I got my physical. Which, I'm in good health, my man. I don't know.
You're looking good. You lost some weight. You probably are looking forward to this physical because you've done some work.
Yeah, from a measurables, from a metrics.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Probably best metrics I put on the board in years and years.
Yeah, you probably
know?
feel good about this one. Yeah.
Down 50-ish pounds. Feeling good. Feeling
real good.
great. However, we get these ailments, right?
Oh yeah.
We talk about it. It's fairly typical for a 45-year-old dad to just have a constant level of pain that they're dealing with from something.
Oh yeah. I got one right now. I thought about it this morning.
From something, right?
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
not saying it's ruining your day. I'm not even saying it's really changing your day all that much. It's just there. It's like a hum. Like a
yeah.
zzz, and if I
Yeah.
focus
Oh,
on
yeah.
it, if I access it, then I'm gonna be like, damn, that's annoying. But it's not like I would call myself injured,
No.
right?
Right.
So about 6-7 weeks ago, okay, yeah, 6-7. You seen this? The kids are into it. It's funny.
We love
It's
having
funny.
fun.
And we love
Yeah.
it. We love doing internets
We do.
memes, and we love it.
Our kids are gonna laugh at this in 30
Oh my
years.
God, they're gonna piss their pants. So about 6-7 weeks ago, I noticed this, showing the people watching, if you're watching, this area, kind of like when I do anything that's like this, hurts.
Oh yeah.
It'll be like a sharp hurt, right? Then it kind of goes away. And then throughout the day, it'll be just a
I can't wait to see how this goes because
gentle hum. Just a gentle hum. Okay.
yeah.
Let me take you to last weekend. It's been 6 weeks at that point. During the winter, you guys know I like to grow the plants and the vegetation and the stuff, and I have it all in the backyard, right? During the winter, though, I got a few of these tropical plants that are kind of like big, and they're years old at this point. So they're in huge pots, and they're like 5 years old. So they weigh like 50 and 60 pounds. Okay. In these big glass ceramic pots. I shouldn't say glass, but I guess ceramic is glass, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Got these big planters with these big plants in them that weigh about 50, 60 pounds. And I got about 5 of them to move. And at the start of the winter, when the temperature's going to get real low, I move them into the garage so that they don't die. Then when the spring comes back, I move them back out into where they go. Well, as you've noticed, spring is upon us, it seems like. So I go to move them out last weekend. And as I lift the one, a pain shoots through my left wrist that I just showed you. So bad that it was like a quick 3 or 4 second 10 on the like, you know, when they play the game, what's the pain register on it? Show me the happy face. Is it just
You were 10 out of 10.
It shot, Jace. It was a shot. You got me?
Did you scream? Did you scream?
I did a one of those. Okay. And I thought it was such a pain that I thought it was causing a weakness where I was just going to drop this damn thing. And I was able to catch it with my leg, kind of ease it to the ground, and should have probably just stopped right there. Frankly, in all honesty, in a moment of candor, if I can.
You should have just dropped it and been like, you know what? Let me nurse
Charge
this
it
for a
to
minute.
the-
Charge
it
I'll
to
get
the
back
game,
to it.
move on with my life.
Yeah.
But I didn't. So I move them all and whatever. I didn't get the 10 surge anymore, but that one brief 3-4 second, it was whew. And so I go to the doctor about a week later and I'm going for my physical. And she's like, hey, I'm just throwing this out there, but everything sounds good. Sounds like you're doing okay. Are there any concerns at the end? I've gone the whole physical. Haven't brought this up. Said, look, I didn't even know if I was going to bring this up, but it's probably a better idea. I bring it up. Wrist thing, 6-7 weeks. I've had the tendonitis in my elbow before, but this is like, the elbow tendonitis never lasts 6 weeks. It lasts like a week, 2 at most, and I get back to whatever, not noticing it. And she was like, 6 weeks, huh? And I was like, yeah. She was like, well, first, let's agree that we're not going to wait 6 weeks next time, okay? Secondly, let's do all the little isolation tricks and see what's what. Let me look at it. And she does a thing where she's like, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that. And on the last one, she gets it to hurt.
Yeah.
On the last one, she zoned in and she got it to hurt.
She found the spot.
And she goes, yeah, this is worse than tendonitis. This is tendinopathy. You have injured a tendon in here that's connecting. And so what I want to do is refer you to an orthopedic surgeon. I'm like, look, I don't know what I did to injure this. She said, could just be getting old, just could be deteriorating, could be a sleep thing. But whatever it is, the way I isolated it there, and you're telling me that hurts, you injured it. It's clearly an injury. So what I want you to do for 2 weeks, we got to go to the compression sock part of the store, is get one of those over-the-thumb wrist straps, and I want you to wear that for 2 weeks. And if it's not significantly better to where you don't notice it, you're going to make the appointment with my orthopedic surgeon that I'm referring you to. And I don't know if they're going to say surgery, but they're going to know better than me what to do next. But I do want you to wear a wrist brace even when you sleep for the next 2 weeks. So I go to the stupid store.
God, you're so old.
And I get the over the thumb wrist strap. And as soon as I put it on, I feel my penis just shrivel up inside of its housing. And my testicular anatomy ascended up into my ears. And
Was there like a 60?
started-
Was there a 60-year-old man on the box when you picked out the one that you wanted?
No, because this one they made it look like, oh, you're recovering from a fucking athletic injury. Look at you.
Oh
big
yeah.
old hog.
Oh yeah. It's some sort of...
You're a basketball player in the NBA at this Walgreens in the middle of Garland, Texas.
Meanwhile, I've never seen anyone under the age of 87 wear one in my life.
Look at you and your fucking 20-inch biceps needing a wrist injury device to help you get through it. You're going to pound, buddy. Put this on and you're just going to keep on pounding. That's what the box said to me. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe there's a bias in me. Maybe that's the one I look for, and the other ones did have shriveled dick old man with prune juice every day on it. And so I was not getting no. I don't know, Jace. But I'm in that aisle at the damn Walgreens, and I get to the car and I put it on, and I'm telling you, I immediately started growing ear hair. I put it on, and just shrivels of hair coming out of my ears, nose, got gray hair coming out of places, and seeing it all over my damn cranium in a way I've never seen it before.
Testosterone factory just immediately shuts off. Everybody walks out with their lunch pails.
Oh my God. Internally I can hear it. It's been a good run, man. She's not going to fuck you ever again.
Oh yeah, it's done.
Yeah,
it's done.
It's been a great run. And then I go to drive with this stupid thing on. I might as well start standing out in front of the old folks home and waiting for the damn minibus or the van to come through and start transporting me around, because you can't drive with one of these damn things the way you need to.
Did you pull up to the girl in the 22-year-old girl in the convertible and kind of pull up to the light, and you're both looking at each other, and she smiles, and you go to wave, and you have your little wrist, your little thumb wrist holder. Is that what we call a little thumb? Just the thumb. By the way, they make you isolate the thumb. That's the worst part.
She said over the thumb because it's clearly going over your wrist into the top of your hand, so it's got to be over the thumb. So I just thinking about ending it all on my drive home, honestly.
Yeah, you should just
like,
kill
what's
yourself,
the point?
yeah.
Either this, or I'm going to go get a walker with the tennis balls and just start taking it real easy. Thinking this is as bad as the physical part of my week is going to get, Jace.
Well, not based on what I know.
Okay. So I get home and I'm like, man, this over the thumb thing ain't going to do it. By the way, we got a comment. I don't know if you want to check in with somebody and say hello, but if they're going to be the one commenter, I feel like we should at least do them the decency of saying hello.
That's our boy PJ. Our great
PJ.
friend PJ.
Hope South Carolina is doing good. North Carolina. I'm
North
sorry.
Carolina.
Shout out to
Mr.
Jen?
Bring the Bread.
Yeah.
Mr. Bring the Bread.
Jenny, Jennifer.
Yeah,
What's she going by? Jen?
Jenny.
Chase? Jenny. Shout out to Jenny. Say hello to the children. Hope the family's doing well. So I get home and I'm like, this over the thumb thing ain't gonna work. It kills the use. I have the
Kills the use. What do you mean?
use of my left hand. Like you can't use your palm because it's got this big thing there.
You're right-handed though, right?
Yeah, but I don't like how it feels, Chase. I just don't like it. Okay.
That's an old man move too, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't like the way this feels. I know I need to do it, but I'm not doing it. I don't like the way it feels. Very old man move. Yeah.
So I told her about the tendonitis, which never spurred like the 10 pain. I told her about that like a year or two ago. And she said, if you realize you're going to be doing like some really physically exerting activity, get the tendonitis elbow brace thing and wrap it around your elbow and you can change the strength on it. It's a tendonitis brace. And put that on there. And I used it maybe once ever. Okay. So I was like, let me see if it helps for the wrist. I've had this thing. I could have just used it for my wrist. I didn't even think about it. And let me just see if it helps for the wrist. So I put that on and dude, immediately the support from this thing makes the gentle hum just go away.
Oh.
So I wear that for a day or two. I haven't been wearing it, but probably when I go back to work tomorrow, I'll put it back on. I got the
Did you do one of these with
tendonitis
it?
brace. No, I cock my gun.
Yeah, did you like pull the shotgun out of the closet and
Of course.
because it's like the stranger.
Now you're all over you just keep it between the lines, my man. Keep it between the lines.
This is what happened when Riley doesn't show
It's
up.
for sure what happens when he's getting it all over the windshield. What?
I'm sorry.
Excuse me? Pardon? So I got the tendonitis elbow brace on my wrist instead of my elbow, okay? And it's providing some relief, and I've got a good positive feeling about that. Wednesday, I go to my first volleyball practice in the role of volleyball coach, but I'm not going to be the main person.
Yeah, your assistant. I think they call that assistant coach, Brad.
Well, but the way it's signed up is I'm leading the logistics and the communications and the organization of it all. And in the league's eyes, I'm the head coach, but I recruited Shep's actual third grade teacher. She came to one of his volleyball games the previous season. And at the parent teacher conference, we spoke to her. And she said she's a big fan of volleyball and she loves seeing Shep's games. So nice that she would come to his game on the weekend, right? Two of her students are there. Shep's other friend is there. And she came to watch a game. So nice that she would come out and watch a game, and then had parent-teacher conference a couple weeks later. And she was like, I loved seeing him. Y'all let me know when he's playing next. He's playing next here in a couple weeks. They're starting the spring season of volleyball. And I can tell you this. We haven't gotten communication from a coach yet, which means we don't have a coach, which means I'm going to get an email that says, hey, you're in our system as a coach. Do you want to coach this kid's volleyball team? And I'm going to say no. But what I am going to do is I'm going to ask you, do you want to be the volleyball coach? And she goes, haha. You know what? Maybe. And I said, I'm going to hold you to that. Sure enough, a couple weeks later.
You're such a dick. You are such a dick, dude.
A couple weeks
What
later.
is she
get the
supposed to
email.
say?
She could have just said, like, I get enough of third graders already. Like,
No.
okay, so a couple weeks later, I get the email and I said, hey, we're at that point. It's actually happening. I'm asking you honestly now, do you want to be the coach? And she, because she's got a heart of gold, and maybe I am a jerk, says yes. But she's never coached before, and she's never done all the league rigmarole and all the stuff.
So you're like the
told her-
GM.
I told her, I'll do all the stuff. You just got to show up and basically coach practices, because I don't know how to teach somebody to play volleyball. Even if I go watch the YouTube videos, I've never played the game. I don't know. She said, I played for 10 years. I feel like you're way ahead of me. Now, I'm good at communicating with the children. I'm good at organizing it. I know the dance of it all. But come on, I think we'll be a great team. And she's into it. Show up to practice. They didn't leave the volleyball net up.
Hot.
Immediate red card for you, sir. Immediate dismissal. Get off the pitch.
Hey, your face
Get
is
off
everything.
The pitch.
You answered the question. You answered the question. Thank you.
There is no right answer that can be had here. I am just, the response was one of, you did this to me on video. This is going to exist on YouTube. Would have been one thing had you left it to the audio presentation. But this is for recording purposes. She is a lovely, nice third grade teacher. Stop it.
I'm not saying anything.
Quit.
I'm
being
thankful.
a jerk.
Good for her. That's all. That's really nice of her to
Jesus
do that.
Christ, dude.
It's really nice. Good. To coach kids that are not your kids might be one
Exactly.
of the ultimate sacrifices that anybody can make, especially when you're a
Exactly.
teacher. Especially
Exactly.
when your day job is these kids.
I don't know her full setup. I think she's married. I don't think she's mentioned any kids. She seems younger to me, so maybe she's not at family life phase yet. So you're exactly right. To volunteer your more time to the helping of children, awesome. And you know what? I think to be a teacher, like, you really got to be able to establish yourself as like an authority to the kids, not like a bad thing, not like a, hey, listen to me or else, but you got to speak with like a tone and a resonance and a cadence, like that impact, right? And so when I have talked to her the brief few times, I was like, I think she's a good teacher and Shep loves her. So obviously she's doing something right. But as I asked her, I was kind of worried, like, hey, are we going to get like gentle voice, like third grade teacher to show up to coach? And then I'm going to be sitting here like.
Yeah, but she's a former player. She knows her stuff.
She came out and immediately hit the beat, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately hit the beat, which I was I was so comforted by, like, oh, okay, great. I'm just going to sit here and be quiet. Now, obviously, some of my competitive juices take over and I want to share, but I told her, for all intents and purposes, for all that's everything's concerned, I want it to be her team. I'm just here to help out so that she doesn't have to pay money, waste her time, or do anything that's a burden to her. She could show up at practices and coach, show up to games and coach. That's all I wanted her to have to do, right? So I did that Wednesday. We had our first games yesterday. The whole family, the whole Reddick family leaves with the W's on our first volleyball spring Saturday yesterday. Rousing comeback win for the younger ones team. But so I show up at coach. I'm fine. Not wearing, I can't remember if I wore my wrist brace out in public. I think I did. Whatever. Thursday.
Well, yeah, you're at a sporting event. Yeah, you got to show people that you're an athlete.
Thursday, we go on about our business. Mom's not fully 100% yet. I might be forgetting something, but then we get to Friday.
Yeah, Friday is what I call it.
Yeah. How about we start our day like we typically do, walking to the school? Okay?
Yeah.
And then how about on our walk back
By yourself?
with wife
Okay.
and in the company of, I say in the company, generally surrounded by a couple of parents that I kind of know from teams and stuff. How about we start that walk back by putting our foot in a pothole in the middle of a crosswalk in front of the school, in close proximity to other parents, to where if you're watching, if you're observing, it probably looks like I just got sniped.
Did you eat it?
I fell down to the ground and immediately got back up just because I was like, oh, please don't be that bad. And my man, it was indeed that bad. I rolled the shit out of my ankle.
You don't have jerk ankles like me. I roll my ankle at least twice a week. I rolled in Arizona 3 times off of sidewalks.
I do the little semi rolls fairly regularly where it doesn't even register. Okay. This was the roll with the pop.
Oh, no.
This was with the roll with the.
Did you make a joke when you got back up?
No, I cussed. And I was like, oh shit, you're still very much in a school area. Like, just keep it cool, bro. And immediately I'm just pissed off. Immediately I'm just.
And you're trying to find a target for it. You're trying to find a target for that anger, aren't you?
I really didn't even care. I know exactly. Like, I saw my foot at the last second step into this pothole in this crosswalk, which, good on you, Richardson Independent School District. Got some notes. I'm immediately just pissed because we don't have time for this. I forget. Take you back Thursday. I come home. And immediately I'm met with, hey, just used the toilet and it's not working. Could you go fix that?
Do you have your thumb band on?
That's how I got home on Thursday. Just use the toilet. Go fix that.
These are words that you never want to hear when you walk into your house.
Immediate from walking, like, not hello, not one
Yeah.
person of the 3 say hi. Just immediately, Dad, I just used the toilet. Go fix it.
Yeah.
Okay. Toilet's broken. No, that's probably a Friday concern at this point. Get it to work and flush, but I realize this is a temporary situation we're dealing with. Bust the shit out of my ankle Friday morning. No, I got to come home and deal with the toilet, which if I'm going to fix it, is going to require me laying down and bending legs in a certain way that has just become much more difficult.
Are you limping at this point? Limping the whole way home?
My God, a 30-second walk home takes 4 minutes. My buddy, who I kind of know, like I said, from teams, gets to his car and was there when I fell initially to the point where he noticed it. Gets to his car, turns around and says, hey, man, how far along of a walk do you have? You want me to give you a ride? And I'm just so fucking pissed. I'm just like, no, dude, I just got like 4 houses. Just right there. 3 or 4 houses. I'm in. He's like, okay, you sure? Say, yeah, I'm good. I'm walking in my stupid Chelsea boots. Don't know why they're called Chelsea boots.
Just all stylish. You got your newsboy hat on.
So I'm walking and Molly is walking with me and she's trying to help, but I'm just pissed. And she was like, what do you want me to help you walk? I'm like, no, I'm fine. Can you just order the brace on Amazon right now so it could get here? Like, I already know exactly what I'm dealing with, dude. I've done this to this fucking ankle like 10 times.
Can you just order the brace?
Usually we got one in the closet or whatever, the black boot with the Velcro straps, and you can push the air into it to make it tighter or looser, however you want to do it. But
the walking boot, the full-on walking boot.
Yeah, full-on walking boot. And I've dealt with this, and she was like, they have the size 8 to 11 that can be here today, or we can wait for the other one, but it won't be here tomorrow. I'm like, just get whatever will be here today. I'll make it work. And she's trying to help, but I'm just so pissed that help doesn't even sound like a good idea, you know? No. And I'm not like, I'm as pissed as I am hurt. And the pissed is because I'm hurt and I don't have time for this. Yeah. I can't fix this fucking toilet now. By some stroke of luck, genius, miracle, I call Lawrence and Lawrence is like, I have somebody over there in a fucking hour.
Oh, dude, listen to me right now. That man, I was just talking about this guy yesterday. He's the greatest plumber in the history of the world. I don't care what anybody says.
I love his work, but I would maybe disagree with you a little bit. Okay. I love the end product. Okay. However, sometimes when you go to quote schedule something, that schedule is riding real fast and loose.
Yeah, that is not his strong suit. You just have to call and hope that it's quick. And you have to be available at any point because it could be 15 minutes or it could be 4 days.
Yeah. So I'll try to get you on the schedule Wednesday is what I'm expecting. And then I'm going to be like, Lawrence, I can't do that. And I tell him what's going on. And he's like, might have somebody over there about an hour and a half. You going to be there? Maybe my wife. Can you just call and make sure and give me a good window? Because I'm going to work and I got to drive back home. So I got that situated. I call work and I'm saying, hey, man, I'm going to be a little late. I got to put some ice on this thing. I know it sounds stupid. I got an ankle injury, but I got to sit here for a minute and just like get my bearings. I'll be in after that. Don't have the boot yet. Do the beaten wrap with the ace bandage. Put on the shoes. Get into work. There for about 30 minutes. Lawrence calls. Molly's like, I'm not home. I dash home. Lawrence's boys, men, real plumbing men. My favorite too, the plumbing men we've talked about before.
They just walk right in. You don't even say a word to them. You open the door, they go straight to they have the toilet out of there in 15 seconds. And then they walk out, and you don't have to say a word to them.
They fix that. It turns out I need the same thing done in the other toilet. They're done in like 45 minutes.
God, I love those guys.
Crisis averted, my man.
Love them.
Go throughout my workday, get home. The adrenaline response to like an injury.
Yeah, it's a thing.
It's great, but it wears off at night on that first day. And
sure
so
does.
I was worried about how bad this sumbitch was going to hurt Friday night as I was planning my next day where I had to be to an 8:00 a.m. volleyball game. Walked in my ankle boot to that volleyball game in the wind and rain, beating.
Did you have the wrist thing on too, though? Please tell me you had both on.
I can't remember if I put the wrist thing on. But since I went to did I go Wednesday? I've probably worn the wrist thing like 65 hours out of the subsequent hours since.
You got to have both on at the same time.
There was certainly some crossover where my boss looked at me and he's like, "What the hell is wrong with you?"
No one's going to buy dental from somebody who's wearing a boot and a wristband.
He goes, "I'm old. You're acting real old. You got something on your left wrist. You hurt your ankle. Are you just not telling me what happened? Like, what's going on?"
Yeah.
I said, "No, I told you. I went to the physical and she told me I got to wear something on my wrist to stop this injury from nagging all the time, or I got to go see the orthopedic surgeon." He said, "Is it tendonitis?" I said, "No." She said it's tendinopathy. He goes, "You'll lose strength and use of your tendon if you don't get this." I said, "I know. That's what she said."
Oh my God.
He's like, "If she said tendinopathy, not tendonitis, that's loss of strength." Yes. Thank you. Wise old man. Thank you. I'm wearing the wrist thing. Like I'm looking like an idiot. So we get through the weekend and I'm here and I'm not 100%. And my left side could use some like replacements and some upgrades.
Yeah.
And my ankle looks like there is a tennis ball with a blue horizon under it, and it is not great, my man. Probably got.
Why don't you go to the doctor? Go to the doctor.
They're gonna tell me to wear this boot for.
Yeah, but they'll give you some stuff. You'll have the best medicine.
I don't.
Want the high quality anti-inflammatories, and
that might be a good call.
Yeah,
I don't want any pain meds or anything.
No, get the Naproxen or whatever.
I've got the topical. You know what it's called? Difloconate. Diclofenac. Diclofenac. I've got that topical that I'm rubbing on that and the wrist. Just a real good feeling when you end your day and you're like, let me rub the cream on all of my injuries.
Oh my God. We can get some Tylenol 3. Hey, after a long week.
Not the worst idea, but what am I going to do when that thing's ready to go? Because I got somebody else on the IR. What am I going to do?
No, yeah.
What am I going to do?
And your wrist is all messed up, so.
Yeah. Can't even stranger myself with the shotgun. You go shotgun in the mouth or just hold it to your head?
What the hell is wrong with you, dude?
Like you just need to feel like the cold steel while you're.
No, whenever I go to the store to buy a gun, I taste test them all. Just so I'm ready. I want to make
Excuse
sure
me,
I have
sir,
some-
what are you doing? There's no clip in it. What are you doing? There's no magazine. What's the problem? Sir,
You gotta know, man.
Got to buy that now. You slobbered on it. You guys used to be real cool about this. Want to make a youth sports note. We started spring volleyball. The last time we recorded was before the Sunday playoff game for the Fire Bears.
Mm-hmm.
We won our first playoff game versus a team that we had seen a time before, and they're a good team, and they got a couple of good players. We busted that ass, my man, in the first round of the playoff.
ruined them. Just put them on the floor.
No, it was a back and forth, and then you get to about 5 minutes in the fourth quarter, and we're saying, all right, it's over now. My guy hits a three. Just out of all of our victories this year, say we won 8 games, I think 3 or 4 of these games, he's hitting fourth quarter threes that are just demoralizing to the opposition.
Just Steph Curry crushers.
And so that was a big game. Our whole team showed up. Probably to have your best game of the season in the first round of the playoffs, real good feeling. Good feeling. You know you're playing a good team, and my guy showed up.
Yeah.
Take you to the semifinals on Sunday afternoon. Just a battle.
Bloodbath.
And we go into the fourth quarter up by 1. Start of the fourth quarter. We had spent the whole third quarter mounting a comeback, and we get ahead by 1. Momentum is good. Get into that fourth quarter, lose one of their shooters on an inbound play, puts up a 3. They're up by 2. We answer. It's tied. Lose the shooter again somehow. Don't know what's going on. The fourth quarter is just a frenzy. My guy puts up another 3. This is 2 3-pointers for a third grader from the other team, and he is feeling it. And as well, he should. They are up by 3.
Oh, boy.
They got a big old boy. We didn't get a bucket to match their 3. They got a big old boy. They dump the ball down low to him, and he gives it just a gentle touch. Great fundamentals on the whole thing. Doesn't bring the ball down, keeps it high, puts just a gentle touch on it. Now
a Rick Smits.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Big country, something like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're up by 5. We answer. We get it back down to 3. My guy puts on a move on the other team. He puts on a move on the other team. He hits his third 3-pointer in the quarter.
Oh,
held him scoreless the whole game. Didn't do anything. Matter of fact, their 2 best players really didn't contribute much in the first 3 quarters of the game. They did to us what we typically do to other teams. Get to the fourth quarter, take you down into the deep water, and we just drown you. That's the way we win. They did it to us. We end up losing in the semifinals by 5 to a team I'm not ashamed to lose to. I think we probably beat them a good number of times if we run that series to 7. But no shame in losing to them. Good team that took advantage of their opportunities and made shots when they had to. And like I said, I think we end up losing that by 5. In a 70-team league that covers such a huge area, Jace, to come out of that playing in the top division where, like I've told you before, the commissioner put it together. He said, we're going to do a super division. We're going to take the top 4 teams from each side of the 8. So top 4 over here where we went 7-2, and top 4 over here where the best teams were all 7-2 and undefeated. We're going to make those 4 clash. We win our first round. That means we get to the final 4. I'm Wade Phillipson here. Made it to the final 4.
Yeah.
Out of 70 teams where the commissioner, like I said, made the super division because he's been with this commissioner. Should give it up to this guy by the name of Brian Calhoun.
Oh, glad you shouted him out. That's important.
He's been commissioner since these kids were all in kindergarten. This is a volunteer position.
Shout out to him, Brian.
You realize what that's like to schedule and logistify 40. It's been 40, 50 teams for each grade, and then we get to third grade, and it hops up to 70 teams. My guy,
Oh, what a trooper.
you're just putting that together, and then for him to be like, "Hey, and I'm going to do this extra little special thing for the really good teams." I can't say enough about him. Good dude, big, just real good, big, good dude. You know what I mean? Big.
That's
good,
a weird
good,
way
big
to put
dude.
him. It's a weird way to describe him.
So we finished by losing in the Final Four there, and proud of my team. Probably the last time we're going by Fire Bears. Probably the last time.
Ooh,
Going to be a
wow.
franchise name change. I'm thinking what's leading the charge right now is playmakers.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
I always tell the guys, hey, this is one of those games, because a lot of times we, especially in the one league, we get down to these games where it's going to come down to one or two plays. We got to be ready to make those plays.
We've got to be playmakers.
Got to be playmakers. I think it fits with the theme and
I
the
like it.
general tenor of our team. We make plays, bro.
Yeah, I like it. It's intimidating.
Where else was it going? Had one more thing I wanted to check in with. I can't remember now, Jace. It's been
AIDS?
too much. Been too much, Dad. No, I got some blood work. Troubling when you do the blood work and the doctor hasn't given you the little. Like, I see the results, right? And everything's solidly in the green, Jace.
That's good.
I don't have any abnormality. No, nothing that's like pushing the threshold of the green or into the yellow or into the red. Everything's solidly green, just right down the fairway, if you will. But haven't received the synopsis, the summary from the doctor to say, hey, this looks good. The message that accompanies the results.
Yeah, they probably haven't gotten the STD screen back. That's probably why. That takes a little bit longer. I promise you that's not good. I can look at you and tell that's not good.
What do you think I got?
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
The
You got all the
SIF?
STD. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was the first thing I saw.
You think I got the SIF?
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Can you tell me, am I going to go blind or die?
Both.
Oh. Damn.
Hey, can I just say, I know we didn't want to say this up front, but R.I.P. to Rylan. We had a great run on the show, but he's passed away, and we'll all miss him a lot. So, right?
One last time.
Just been eating a ton of pork chops lately. Yeah. Salt, pepper, beef, fat. Salt, pepper, beef, fat. Yeah. Pepper, beef, fat. Salt, pepper, beef, fat.
It's a good ass song.
I got a buddy.
It's good to have a buddy.
It's good to hear his voice one last time, man.
R.I.P. Rylan.
R.I.P. Good dude.
Anal fissure that just got out of control. Tell your mom to listen.
That is not what happened. He had gout. That's a very common